the one thing you must always know is that you can be very good at something, but if nobody knows you, that's still only me. So I started this packaging business in 2021. So I
Okay.
can say that I have made millions from it.
Do you remember what was it like the first time for you to sell this your product? How was it like
I
for
was
you?
shy. Yes, it's just to tell you that outside of your degree, you can do so much more. You can work on yourself and still be excellent. Even having it first class as a certificate, it simply just shows that you are someone who is excellent and you can deliver in whatever field you find yourself.
Discover, start, grow. Build your business strong, gain clarity. Learn structures and strategies with entrepreneurial Arialua. Discover, start, grow. Build your business strong, gain clarity. Learn structures and strategies with entrepreneurial Arialua.
So Mufe, let's meet you.
My name is Mufe Josu and I'm a computer science graduate from Macpherson University. I'm the second born amongst four children and I'm from Watching Gates.
Okay, beautiful. So as a computer science graduate from university, how did you come about this business that you're doing?
Okay, being a first class graduate,
Wow, so you're a
actually
first class
taught me-
graduate.
Yes, ma'am.
Wow, okay.
I've actually taught me that there is so much more you can do, even outside your professional or your degree.
Okay.
Right. And so being out of school for some time, I ensured that I was doing something while I was waiting for a job, right? I ensured that I kept doing what I was doing, even while I was in school, but then on a better level, right?
So let's understand this very well. So after you graduated from school, or do I say before you graduated from school, you've been doing this business.
Yes.
So after graduating from school, you decided to take it even more advanced.
Yes.
Now, can you tell us the journey? Exactly what is this business about, and how did you start with this business?
Okay. So I'd like to start with the name of my brand.
Okay.
Ewayola Creative.
Ewa
Ewayola.
Yola.
It means
Okay.
beauty that produces honor or wealth.
Oh,
Right.
beautiful.
So it's a gift brand and you can call me a gift curator. You can call me a gift curator, yes. So the birthing of the Ewayola Creative, it's a long journey. It's a long journey. But let me start from here. While I was waiting for admission into the university,
Okay.
I had just one. I had 49 out of 50 just to enter into the University of Ibadan.
So like the cutoff mark.
Yes, the cut of mark.
Okay.
So just one mark I didn't get.
Wow.
To just
So
enter.
one mark cut you
Yeah.
off.
So I had to wait for one whole year.
year.
Well, I call it a
Wow.
whole year.
Wow.
But I mean, it's actually a lot.
One
And-
whole year for one mark.
Yes.
Wow.
Honestly. Yes. So one thing I would say I did at that time is I ensured that I was working on myself.
Okay.
Right. I ensured I was not idle. I wasn't just staying at home doing nothing or just moving around hanging out with people or friends. I ensured that I was working. I was working with myself. I was improving on myself. So that's just to let you know that even if you're waiting for a job, you're waiting for admission into the university, don't just waste your time. While you're waiting, ensure that you are working, right? So
you're not
I
idle.
yes, you know I do. So I had this interest in arts. I was always artistic, and some people were like, why did you go for science class? Like from secondary school, I should have just gone for arts class. That's what we call it. Yeah,
exactly.
I actually have forgotten those terms.
So yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
because
class.
okay, because I'm still, in trying to grasp it as a first class graduate doing gift packaging. How does it even align? How did that come together?
Yes, it's just to tell you that outside of your degree, you can grow so much more. You can work on yourself and still be excellent. Even if you don't end up using your degree, do not, don't stay idle. Don't feel like you wasted your time. It is not a waste of time. It is not a waste of time. You just have to ensure that what you are doing, you do it excellently. And I am so glad that even with that degree, I've been able to put that same excellence into my business.
Wow.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So where exactly did this gift packaging business, where did it begin for you?
It started from the period I was waiting to gain admission into the university.
Okay.
So I met a young woman then.
Okay.
She was into Ankara accessories in my church district.
And
So Ankara accessories.
okay.
So the way I got to know about her was we had a program in church and the youth teenagers had to come together and she spoke about what she did.
Wow.
And I had interest. I'm like, let me learn Ankara accessories. So I reached out to her again. I paid for the course and then we started trading. So she taught me how to make Ankara shoes, Ankara notebooks, Ankara earrings, necklaces. So I learned those accessories from her. And aside she teaching me Ankara accessories, she also taught me how to make bow ties. And I would say that was the main thing that brought about gift packages. So she taught me how to make bow ties. I studied in a number of them just before I entered into the university. I also learned fashion designing. Although I could not finish the fashion designing course because I had to finish school. Right. So I would just like to say this, that regardless of your stage, regardless of where you are, ensure that you are learning something, you are improving on yourself, and it is not a waste when you feel that you're learning something and I'm not sure I'm going to use it. That may actually come in handy for you, just like myself. Although I could not get a job immediately I finished school, right? Or I could continue doing what I was doing, even while I was in school, even just before I entered school and while I was in school. So it just tells you that even having a first class as a certificate, it simply just shows that you are someone who is excellent and you can deliver in whatever field you find yourself. So although you might not get a professional job by having a degree, but you can still go into business or a skill and do excellently well in it. Right. So I learned both sides, right? So I entered into the university. I didn't stop. I continued. I made bow ties for my fellowship choir, for people who wanted to, style themselves. I made bow ties, and my friends, my colleagues, they advertise the products for me. Sometimes I don't come home for this after the semester for the whole session. It's always like a long break. So that period, sometimes I want to be so relaxed. I was not relaxed. That was like a time for me to make more stuff. And then not something so I know that once I'm resuming back to school, I am selling things. I had a lot. Like I even created new products. I made that Ankara journals. I made different kind of designs. I sold them in school. So I was making money while I was in school.
How easy was it for you to to introduce your products? Like, what was it? Do you remember what was it like the first time for you to sell your product? How was it like?
I was shy.
Wow.
Honestly, I was shy. So in the very first stage, that was 100 level. I just brought a lot of them, just kept them, Then my friends like, Mofe, this sleeves. Let's show people this thing, right? And at some point, one of my classmates, she snapped it. She posted it on the group. I said, if you want to buy bow tie, come and buy it. And that day, every single bow tie I made, and that period was our concerts. I sold every single thing. I sold every single. So I actually got encouraged.
So how did okay, you said you get encouraged. Like,
yes,
I remember like the marketing part of it now, because what you're saying now is, for me, I'm interpreting it as there are a lot of people that have things there that they are doing, but they are too shy to bring it out. A lot of people usually have that kind of a setback, so to speak, so that kind of a challenge. So how will you advise anybody who is into business to be able to break free from that shyness as a business owner? Because if you don't get your products out there, nobody will know. So your friend that put the picture made everybody to know, even though you had those very good products. So how will you encourage an entrepreneur to break free from this shyness of a thing, so that people can get to know about what they are doing?
Right. So one thing you must always know is that you can be very good at something, but if nobody knows you, let's still only. So you must ensure that you don't have a choice. You just have to put yourself out there. If you need to get someone that you feel is very good with talking or very good with marketing, please talk to the person. Please help me do this thing. Do you understand? So even in business, even now as a business owner, you can actually reach out to influencers, please, or probably give them some of your products as PR packages. But you must just always ensure that you put yourself out there.
It's more of like a SWOT analysis. You know your strengths, your weakness, then you're capitalizing on your strengths.
So ensure that people who can help you in your weakness, you employ them, you get to talk to them, you get to partner with them, you get to collaborate with them to help you. So that's very important. So it was always put yourself out, because if you don't, somebody will know you. And that one thing God told me even recently, He says, okay, you have very nice products, but nobody know that they are very good. Nobody know that you have this kind of product. If you don't put it, He said, how will they know you if you are not out there? Right. So it's very important. I have a business colleague who will say, always show up, put yourself out there. If you don't put yourself out there, they will not see you, they will not know you. Right. So that's very important.
Thank you. So let's say someone wants to start this gift packaging business right now in 2026. What is the first thing they need to do? And how much do you think is needed to be able to start up this business conveniently?
Okay, so for gifts boxes, let me restart the gift boxes. You don't really need so much. Right, you don't really need so much. I feel if you have like 15,000 or 20,000, you can start something that is tangible.
Did you say just 15,000 naira or 20,000 naira?
Yes. You can get materials worth the amount. Okay. And then you still make something tangible from that. Yes. Just before I explain more on what you just asked me. I'd like to say, so I'd like to say, I had to come up with a better idea and concept on how to present my bow tie. That was what brought about the gift of myself.
Okay.
It was my idea of, okay, even after I leave school, even while I'm in school, how can I package this bow ties to look, and this accessories to look very nice? Like, even if you want to give the president to this product is very nice. They won't even believe it. So, because sometimes people kind of think inferior about Nigerian products, right? So people probably think that this is made in Nigeria. So I was thinking big. I was thinking of how can I package this. That was
Global.
right? So that was where the part of me crafting this box came from. So it never started with me making this box. It started from how can I package my products to look more presentable and very nice.
So there's one thing that you said that really, struck me so much. You talked about branding and packaging, and that is very germane for me, because I've also discovered that there's nothing actually that you're selling as a product or anything you're presenting to people if you don't have a good packaging or a proper branding. It can actually fall your market. It can actually bring down the value of your market. So for us on this channel, which is also one thing that I've always I highlighted, is that you must be intentional about your branding and your packaging, and that has worked for you. Now, using that, your branding and packaging, that has really stood out for you. How would you say that has helped you to be able to mark or mask out a proper audience for your product?
Okay, so me packaging my bow ties, it made people see this thing as, okay, it's not just bow tie that's inside there, because sometimes once you just look at it, there's always pack inside line. So what is like it's actually inside the box. So there was this time I made tie accessories and lapel pins for a wedding, and I packaged it in. I had to make a gift box just for that bow tie accessories, and the feedback I got for the person was like, this product is very nice. So like, I'm actually sure that even without the bow tie being nice, because the packaging is like that's like design like the pressure. So that was very important, and that was why I really wanted to learn how to make the packaging, and that was what bettered gift creation, right? Because eventually I moved from packaging bow ties to packaging customized gift items.
Yes. All right. So now the level of the business now is you have advanced from just bow ties. Now you put together gift items. How were you able to come up with your audience? How were you able to discover your audience?
Okay, so first thing is, sometimes when you're starting a new business or you're trying to launch a new product, the truth is you might not really know who is going to get it first. You might just have the idea in your head that, okay, I want to sell to this kinds of person. But one thing you must always is, first of all, push yourself. Push yourself and push this product and just start. Sometimes don't think over, it has to be perfect. I have to get people who are rich on my contact list before I can know. So that's pushing it.
So you're saying that no matter what it is you want to do, the first step is to start.
Yeah.
Just to take that action.
Take that step and just start. And so for me, what I started was, I made some bow ties. Some bow ties and gift boxes. And then I just sent the pictures to my friends. Please help me repost on your status.
Wow.
That was just how it all started for me. Before any meets, someone reached out, please, I need a gift box. Please, I need this. Please, I need that. And I'll tell you, that period was close to Valentine's. So like I said, I was perfect timing. So like I said, I was packaging bow ties. So what I did was like, okay, let me not only put bow ties inside. Let me get wallets. Let me get cufflinks. Let me have the chocolates. Let me have the t-shirts.
Wow. So it all became like a total bundle.
You get so eventually when I saw that, okay, I cannot only sell my bow ties in nice packaging. I can include other items that are thoughtful and useful for people.
So that's like maximizing the location, the time, the season, your skill. You can't just sit down and think that don't limit yourself. So even though you learned bow tie, you did not just stop at just making just bow tie. You had to think out of the box to now include some other things and make it a whole package, which is very brilliant. Yeah, that is very brilliant.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. All right. So now I want to know the profitability, and also I know that a lot of our audience, they are curious about the profitability of this business. Now, how profitable will you say this business is? Just tell us randomly, or do I just ask? With this business, like, have you made the most you have made? Is it in millions or in thousands? Let's just know.
Okay, yes. So I started this packaging business in 2021.
Okay.
So I can say that I have made millions from it.
From
made millions from it.
From gifts like paper making.
Yes.
Wow.
Exactly.
Millions.
Yes, I've made a millions payment because
Mm.
over time,
Mm-hmm.
I learned that when you're consistent in doing a thing, not people will demand for it. And they'll get to a stage
Consistency.
whereby you are so good at what you do
Mm.
that even if you call it this price, like you believe that okay, this
People
is
will
very
be-
good. Because this person referred me, I'm going to
Wow.
refer, she's very good at it, and they would want to pay you for what you are giving. So it's also very important that you yourself value what you are doing and give value to what you're doing. Let people not just look at this your product that this thing is not good. Ensure that you are excellent at what you do. Let it be good. Let them think that there was one of my colleagues that said that he made a gift box with me and then he delivered it to his clients. And he told the clients that that box is made in Nigeria. Because like it's a lie. The person did not believe it. This was not trying to argue with him that it's not like that. And this thing, it looks imported. It was very clean. It was very neat. And since that time, he has been recommending me to lots of people. So that consistency, I would say, is what can actually bring you into making much more.
Much more profit. So now, from what you said now, I've picked consistency and referral. So even if you are thinking of you don't have so much huge money for marketing or for doing any big marketing, you can rely on your customers to be able to give that referral and it can bring you more sales. But the most important thing is that what you're selling is speaking for you. That's one thing I picked from that's very, very jamming now. So let's just move on to if somebody is going to start this business right now. Okay, what are the first things that they need to have, or what is it that they need to really pay attention to start up now? Like, and I also want to know, like, is this kind of business, is it limited to some kind of people, or is it anybody that can do this? Especially, let's take for example stay-at-home moms, people who don't have anything doing at the moment. If they want to start now, how easy is it for them to begin? And then who or which class of people can actually do this business?
Okay, so I would say anybody can. If you're a stay-at-home mom, if you're a student, if you are a recent graduate, whoever you are, I honestly feel that this is a business you can do. But number one, you must understand that what you are doing is work. And you must understand laziness, nonchalance has to be out of it. And you must
Treat
be
it as a
ready.
business.
Yes, you must be ready to see that this thing comes out well. So as long as you're ready to work, number one, your mind, you have to just prepare. I am ready for the work, and I'm ready to ensure that this thing I'm about to do is going to be excellent. It has to be good. So anybody can actually start with this business. Right.
And just to mention for our audience, my guest Mofe has offered to train 20 to 30 people from our subscribers, on how to start the basics of this gift packaging and gift boxes. So if you are interested in learning how to start gift packaging or gift boxes creation or making, so Mofe has offered to give a basic training for free. The first 30 comments, if you are able to put your comments down there, you can be able to join a free class, and it is first come first serve. So please be quick on it, because by few weeks from now we're going to start the training. So please, if you are interested, just put in the comment section I am interested, and that is a big one for our guests. I'd like to say thank you for that. So we are really inspired by your story, and we want to pray that the Lord will prosper your work and prosper your business. Now, can you just tell us, so far in this your business, what has been the most, like the most do I say the happiest or the most exciting part of this business for you?
The most exciting part is when my clients or my customers are happy. So most times they'll say, "Oh, I love it." When they say I love it, or like it makes me happy, that's like my joy. I mean, the fact that you're happy. And the second one is when they refer me. It shows that what I'm doing is good, right? So those are like my happy moments.
So can you just tell us one or two challenges you have faced with this particular business?
Number one,
That
yes, honestly. So in the beginning, when I started crafting 8 boxes, the location to get materials and where I live, the distance is quite a lot, even presently, right? So when I started, it was a challenge for me to say I want to buy the product, because you work with struggles and sometimes you are heavy. It was not something you can carry if you get on bikes, and so sometimes I have to order Uber or all of those brands to be able to carry my items to my house, and it hasn't been so easy. But most times what I just do is I ensure that I buy in bulk and then I stock. So if it finishes again, I buy in bulk. And to me, buying in bulk, that was like a challenge. Transportation issues for you was a challenge. Another thing is sometimes you have clients who would say they want urgent jobs. They're like, this, can you pay on this? And one thing you must understand is gift boxes takes time, especially if you're starting from scratch. but it takes time. And so sometimes they'll say, they want an urgent job, all of that. So I think that I have to explain to them that this is the time it's going to take before you actually get this. And over time, I have put structures in my business that if you want your products earlier than the expected production time, you're not going to pay for express charges. And that's to let you know that don't stress yourself over the fact that you're trying to satisfy your customers. Ensure that you put structure in your business. That structure saves you a lot of stress. Right? It's very important. And once you start the business, put structure to this. If they want express order, they're going to pay for express. So that express, it's not as if you are enjoying the express. It is they're probably employing more hands to
They're going the extra.
Exactly.
But there's no family in business. So Mufe, this is an absolutely intelligent and beautiful thing that you're doing. And I must say that you're doing very well. Very, very well. I want to appreciate you. Thank you for coming on the show, on the channel today. I'm sure that my subscribers are inspired by your story, and at least one or two people will be able to start something from what you have shared. And most important, I want to say thank you for the free basic training that you have offered to gift my subscribers with. Thank you so much for coming on the show. So, all right, guys, I hope you've been inspired by the episode today. Now, it is very important for you to know that whatever thing you find doing at the moment, make sure you're doing it very well and don't stay idle by what our guest today has said. Now, if you are not subscribed to the channel, please hit the subscribe button right now and like this channel because there's still a lot more of this kind of podcast that will be coming onto you. So feel free to listen in your car, while you're washing, while you're cooking. Just ensure that you stay inspired. Until I meet you in the next video, please be inspired and take action.